So, today is July 28th, 2025, and this is today's trade breakdown. Right, so right off the bat, when I woke up around 7:30, I noticed on gold that it was on a downtrend. We have a high, a lower high, another lower high. We have a low, a lower low, and another lower low. Plus, I noticed that 3 MAs were lined up correctly in order, right, above price, indicating that momentum was was pushing down, right, or was gonna most likely push down, but never know what could happen. So right off the back, I was just waiting for price to give me an indication to begin to sell price, or to give me a supply setup to start selling price. Right here, price began doing this, and boom, created this candle. Now, when this candle was formed, it created a fair value gap right here. And this candle alone broke these lows, broke this low and this low of the candles, right? Of the wicks right here. So, right here, right off the back, I drew my supply setup from the top of these wicks to where the fair value gap of this candle starts, right? And then from here, I was just waiting for price to either come back up, reject off the zone, well, come back up, touch the zone, and reject off of it. So then I could look for a sell opportunity, right? So this next candle came in, and this candle itself, when it opened up, it opened down here. So as soon as it opened, price started pushing down, breaking this last lower low right here. So right off the back, I was like, okay, price is still in a downtrend. And before this candle closed, right here, it pushed back up, touched my zone, and rejected off of it, right? Touched the zone, filling in the gap, and it rejected off of it. So I was like, okay, it's kind of risky, but I'm willing to take the trade if the next candle breaks this last candle low and begins going down, right? So I was like, okay, if the next candle opens and it breaks that last candle low, I'm getting in for sales on gold, right? And I already had my risk set into place. I already knew how much I was risking. And right here, the next candle came, boom, it broke that low. So as soon as this candle broke that last candle low, I was in the trade, and I already set my exit limits, which is my stop loss. I set it above the zone, so just in case price did come back up to retest the zone, or came all the way up and broke the zone, indicating that the trend is not going down and making this trade setup invalid, right? And I also set my stop loss, my take profit at 2 to 1, which is 2 times my risk, right? So from here, I was already in the trade, and now I already set my exit level, so there's nothing I can do. Now it's just waiting to see what price is gonna do, and just manage my position, manage my trade, whether to get out the trade early if I see price about to create a new high, changing the trend, or if I see price consolidating, and whether I should stay holding the trade all the way to my take profit goal. So from here, we were just waiting. And price, as soon as I got in, the next candle, price just went straight into profit. There was no drawdown. Right here, price almost hit my 1 to 1. This line right here indicates my 1 to 1. Price almost hit my 1 to 1 and began rejecting off of it, or pulling back, which I was expecting that. I was expecting price to come back up to like the 50 MA, and or just retest the zone and reject off of it again to then continue the downtrend. But price just kept consolidating right here. Right here, I was skeptical. When price was doing this consolidation, I was like, damn, should I close out? when I close out, should I stay holding or should I just move my stop loss a little bit lower just in case price starts, um, you know, pushing back into the zone heavily? Because sometimes gold will be doing a lot of fake outs. So you don't want to be trusting gold like that. But I just trust my analysis, follow my trading plan, follow the strategy, left my exit levels where they were, and just trusted myself and trusted my analysis and just stayed holding the trade. Right. So at 9:30, when the New York Stock Exchange opened, price literally dropped all the way down. Boom, hitting my 1-to-1 zone, take profit, right? And it surpassed it. So as soon as I saw price hit my 1-to-1 and surpassed it, I moved my stop loss to break even. So now it's a risk-free trade. Now I'm not risking. Now if price ends up coming back, breaking these highs right here, right? Breaking this last recent lower high and hitting my break even, now it's a I know I lose no money. So it's a risk-free trade basically. So here I was just holding. I was okay. Price is giving me good momentum. 3 MAs are still lining up. Price action is still looking good. And now it's a risk-free trade. So just stay holding, trust your analysis, and wait for price to hit my target goal for the day, which is 2-to-1. And from here we're just holding. Price did a little thing, did this little thing, bam. And basically hit take profit too. So 15 minutes later, after 1-to-1 got hit, price hit my 2-to-1, take profit. And from there, we basically just called it a day, exit out the trade, or exit me out automatically because I have my exit limit, my take profit exit limit set there. So it just exit me out automatically. And from there, price honestly kept dropping. That junk kept dropping. Right? So I could have potentially made four times my risk on this trade. See what happened. Yeah. Then that was like the end of it. But I could have potentially made four times my risk on this trade. I could have had a 4-to-1. But I decided to get out at my 2-to-1 because I was following my trading plan. I was following what works for me and what works for my strategy that I've seen, right? And there's been other times I learned from my mistakes too, because there's been other times where I don't get out and I try to maximize the most out of the trade or maximize the most out of the win. And sometimes it works. Sometimes, yeah, price will keep going and all that. But there's been other times where I don't close out at my original target level, and then price begins to reject and come back to break even and takes me out the trade, and then I leave with no profits for the day. So to avoid that, I just close out on my 2-to-1, follow my trading plan, got out the markets, and call it a day. Whatever price does after that, I could do back flips, front flips, side flips. I don't care. I'm already out the trade, took my profits to my hit my target for the day. I'm out. Right? And basically the trade only lasted from 8:20 to about 9:45, which was like an hour, 25 minutes or so. And that was basically it. I got out the trade, and that was the day for today. Made $800 for that day, which was Monday, which is today. And yeah, and that was today's trade breakdown. We'll see what tomorrow has to offer and the rest of the week. And yeah, finally got the camera up running. But probably in the future, as I keep doing these type of videos, I'll upgrade the camera, get a better microphone, all that, so like that is more enjoyable to watch and learn these type of lessons and these trade breakdowns as you can see it, how I personally trade. and see what's my thought process while I'm in these trades and in the markets. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of it. And yeah, just keep running it up. See you guys next time.